Tom Jiaras, and welcome to this week's edition of the Chicago Wine Show. I'm also from the International House of Wine and Cheese located in Richmond, Illinois, happily in our 35th year of business, and our online company for winelovers.com. You know, being in the wine business, you get to do lots of special things. As some of you may know or remember, I've been doing this since I got out of college in 1980. So it's a long time that I've been in the wine world. And I was reflecting last week about some of the fun things that I've been able to do because of my position in wine. And one of the fond memories goes back to when I was just out of college. It was actually 1981, and I was invited to a wine dinner by Bill Terlato, who is the son of Tony Terlato. Tony Terlato of Italian wine fame to start with, and Santa Margherita going back prior to that, Corvo Wines. Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio, he put it on the map in the world. It's on more wine lists in America than any other wine. But they invited me to a dinner with the Baroness de Mouton Rothschild of Chateau Mouton Rothschild fame. Her father, the Baron, was still alive at that time, and she came to Chicago and wanted to put on a special dinner with Tony and show off some of her wares. At that time, the Terlatos also owned a distribution company in Chicago, and that's what the idea was, to show off some of the Baroness's wines that they were selling through their distribution company. Little did I know what I was in for, and I kind of look back now, 30 years later, and think about how naive I was as to the night that was in front of me. Because we were able to have 5 vintages of Mouton Rothschild. We had a lot of other good wine too, but we did a vertical tasting of Mouton Rothschild, and we started with the 1970 vintage, which, as you know, is one of the better vintages of the century, and moved next to 1961. We were able to taste 1961 and 1959 side by side, and after tasting the 70, you know, so which was about 10 years old, and now we're going to a wine that's 20 and 21 years old. I was amazed at the fact that the 1961 tasted like it was just their newest release. It was so young and youthful. Arguably one of the best vintages of the century is 1961. The 59, tasting that next to it, you really reflected on that and said, the 61's not ready to drink, and the 59 was ready. The next course we had 1945, which stupendous vintage. So far, you know, there's not a miss here in terms of Bordeaux vintages. And lastly, they served a 6-liter of 1921. And the Baroness got up to talk about that after it was served, and it was fun because they didn't decant the wine. The 3 servers went around holding the bottle and pouring for everyone. And there were only 21 of us at this dinner too, so it was kind of a small, prestigious group. And the Baroness got up and said, "Thank you so much for being here," and she was very cordial about everything. But she said, "There's what we had tonight was our 1921. It's the last large format bottle we have in our cellar at the winery." And she said, "Wine is an art form, and but the difference in the winemaker is an artist." And that's true. A winemaker is an artist. She said, "But the difference is that this bottle is gone now from our history, and no one will ever experience it again. A sculptor, a painter, people will look at things and look at their pictures and sculptures for centuries. But wine, when it's gone, it's gone." It always kind of stuck with me, because a winemaker is an artist. It's a very difficult thing to make a good bottle of wine. So I look back now in 2011, and I think about the 5 phenomenal wines I had in one night, and how young I was, just freshly out of college, and not really knowing what the experience, and you know, like they say in that credit card commercial, you know, priceless. Well, that experience was priceless, and it's a fond memory for me, and I hope you've enjoyed hearing me talk about it. I'm Tom Jiaras from the International House of Wine and Cheese and for winelovers.com. We'll see you again on the Chicago Wine Show.